when it comes to the women in Islam, the women are not, they don't have to cater to their man. Okay, yes, it's nice for any woman to cater to their man,
yes,
but it's not a necessity that this is what you have to do. You have to listen, and all you can do is what they tell you. You have to walk around with your face covered. That's not
yes,
true.
Yes, baby, speak on it.
That's not true. That's a cultural thing.
Okay.
And it really comes from the Arabic culture. I mean, no offense, but that's part of the Arabic culture. And people try to incorporate.
But isn't that part of Afrocentric culture? Like, for example, our women like to wrap up their heads. From slavery to African, I always find it interesting when a woman wraps her head. To me, I find that sexy. Now, Muslims incorporate that. The same way the hijab is incorporated in Islam.
In the Quran,
right.
It actually says, right, covering the hair is different from covering the face.
But it's the same thing. It's modesty.
But covering the face?
Well, it's like, look, the girls in Dearborn, they wear the hijab like Europeans. They don't cover the whole face. They just cover their head. Now, if you go to Afghanistan, you can barely see their eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's black from head to toe, and very rarely do you even see the eyes. See, they take it to an extreme. Right. They take it to an extreme. Yeah, they take it to an extreme.
So
but it's the same principle behind it. Like, I'm studying Adventist, and in my faith, it's looked down upon for women to wear a lot of makeup and a lot of piercings and all that other stuff. It's all the same thing. It's modesty. In moderation is what we're trying to promote.
Humble yourself,
exactly.
Like that.
There you go.
But at the same time, you have to know that there's a difference between cultural and religion. Okay. Culture and religion is not.
What's the difference?
The difference in culture, this is just, okay, people from this particular nation or like the Arabs, they cover their face.
Right.
That's where that comes from.
Right.
But in Islam in particular, covering the hair, covering the chest and, the behind and all that kind of stuff, being a modest woman, that's a part of being a Muslim. But you don't have to cover your face in order to be Muslim.
Well, the men are supposed to be modest too. They're not supposed to be too flamboyant either.
Right. But
in Islam, it's looked down upon certain aspects of Islam. It's looked down upon the facial shaving of the hair. I mean, a grown man's supposed to have facial hair. And for some Muslims to have a clean shaven face is kind of immodest. It's like Hollywood.
But just like in just without religion alone, a lot of people in general focus more on the women than they do the men.
Right.
A guy can do something, he can come outside with absolutely nothing on, and they'll just like, oh man, that man crazy.
Yeah.
If a woman comes down the street with nothing on, she's a whore.